Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Rinks and I am the Seeking Nobody. In today's video is another AEW related topic. We're going to talk about the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston has been in AEW for almost a year now, and it seems like he's already accomplished a lot, if not in title belts, into notoriety. A lot of people talk good about Eddie Kingston, and it's mostly because of his promo work and just the words he say brought him into this new level of stardom. This video, I wanted to take a look back into this full year that he's been in AEW, into a lot of his high points into his career. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Let's go back when Cody was defending his TNT title. He would have an open challenge for any competitor to come forward to challenge him for his title, and then Eddie Kingston stepped up to the plate. With Eddie Kingston, he brought something that I haven't seen in a while, is grit to his character. I instantly fell in love with his character, and based on the promo that he was telling Cody.
No! We're gonna get this right. We're gonna do this.
That's Eddie Kingston. He's one of the dirtiest fighters in independent wrestling.
You talk about grinding. You talk about living this rough life, all that jazz. No one's gonna outgrind you, all that stuff. My man, it's easy to say that when you grew up around used to be legends like Arn Anderson. Yeah, you heard me. Keep shooting murder ones at me, and I'll knock your jaw right off your face, partner. You know what I grew up around? Alcoholics, junkies. I grew up around that, and I had to survive. I had to grind. You couldn't last a day in my shoes. So you don't tell me nothing about grinding. You talk about the sport of pro wrestling? That's a joke. Because every person you faced has been a child. I am a grown-ass man, and I will put you in the ground and smile.
Then what follows is a very gruesome match involving thumbnails, a lot of hard-hitting hits, and his words matched his style, that he's such a grappler, that he's a brawler. He will corner you and just beat the living H out of you. It's not really, for me, this was the first time where I liked a wrestler that was very aggressive, like brawler, into not only into his words but into his fighting style as well. Even though Eddie didn't beat Cody Rhodes, he still left a lasting impression on me that I wanted to see more of him. This can't be the last time that we've seen him. Not too long afterwards, they officially signed him to AEW. Now begs the question, what's more to Eddie Kingston? When the Butcher and Blade and the Lucha Bros would team up and then they lose against a match against the Natural Nightmares at Jurassic Express, he seemed to implode it, but Eddie Kingston came out to them and tries to save them, and also forming this family of sorts.
Chill, hey, chill. What is going on? All of you listen up. We were out on the indies. We were suffering. And now we're on TNT. They know drama. Why do we have to have drama? Why aren't you a tag champ? Why aren't you a tag champ? Why are you two tag champs? You guys are better than every tag team here. Chill. They only beat you guys when you're divided. No more. You're the Butcher. You're one of the baddest men in this company. And you're gonna sit here and argue like a child? You're the craziest luchador in the world. You should be knocking these dudes out. Me and you have traveled together for years. We paid all the dues, and we understand the last due is death. So what are we doing here? And come here. I love you and respect you. You're one of the greatest luchadors ever. You're taking over, but you will not take over if you're divided. Come walk with me. Come with me. And everything we want will be ours. Come in here for the hug. This is real talk. This is real life. Come in, come on, Blade. Come on, Pa. Come on.
Now that he has inspired these two teams to form this new family, He wanted to run amok of AEW with his crew behind his back that he knew since the indies, laying to waste anyone that crossed their path, trying to make their names known that, hey, they want to be champions, all of them, and it didn't matter who it was, they were going to support each other because they were a family. They were a family of violence, and they will take their aggression out on anybody that comes in their way. So when it came to the Battle Royal, Kingston wasn't officially eliminated. A time that Kingston was already up for a world title shot, and just in this short amount of time, just as fate would have it, Lance Archer had to back out when he won the Battle Royal. He had to back out because he was tested positive for COVID. In doing so, they had to move Eddie Kingston up into the main event scene, and that's where Eddie Kingston blew up even more. This is where Eddie Kingston gained more notoriety, was his feud with Jon Moxley. Officially, he would be the runner-up, and he was never eliminated, as he kept saying. He challenged Jon Moxley, but he called him out not only for a title shot, he called him out saying that he was an entertainer. And we know that Jon Moxley, he was formerly Dean Ambrose in WWE. He's referencing that as he sold his soul to the devil, that you made it to the land of entertainers. And when he spoke, every time that Eddie Kingston speaks, you listen. His words gravitate you, that there's realness to it, and that's what it did for me as a viewer. I wanted to pay attention. If anything, there were parts of me that wanted to side with Eddie Kingston on this, because there's truth to his words.
Leave the hard cam on! Don't go to these other cameras, because I'm going to go right to you. I'm going to talk to the people at home. I'm going to talk to all you morons here. If you don't like social media and you don't check it, it's me and Moxley tonight for the World's Championship. I was never eliminated from the Casino Battle Royal. That's why I'm getting this shot. You know what else? 18 years says I deserve this shot. Me and Jon Moxley used to be cut from the same cloth. But then Jon sold out, and he went to the land of sports entertainers. I never did. I stayed with the fighters. I stayed with the outlaws, and I didn't sell my soul to the devil. So, before we have our match tonight, before I put you down and become the new world's champion, I want to look into the entertainer's eyes. Where are you, sports entertainer? Where are you, Mox?
Wow, Kaale.
In 5 minutes, Eddie Kingston made a feud that would just sprung on by the moment. They had to adapt to the situation, and then it just felt so personal with those two. Kingston ends up losing that match. He didn't tap out, as he likes to say, that it was stopped via referee stoppage. We'll continue on with the feud, and the feud would actually go on, and you wanted to see more of it. Now it got to such a boiling point that you needed to have an I Quit match. And because of this I Quit match, there's so much layers to this. Both men are very stubborn. Both men cut from the same cloth. They will do anything and anything to win a match. And you put them into an environment where they can go all out. As time moved on, Moxley felt bad for Eddie Kingston because Eddie Kingston sold out. He had to become something that he was not. And a lot of times that is very relatable. We want to stay true to ourselves, but ultimately we have to do things that we don't want to do just to survive or just to make a point. One point that he said that he loves his mother very much, and the point where he said that, "Ma, I'm sorry I didn't give you a grandchild, I didn't give you a daughter-in-law, but look what I got. It's this title that I've been working for," and it's just very heartbreaking. You claw your way, you sacrifice so much, and just to have this. It can be translated to so many other things. About, hey, I got this job I finally worked towards. Hey, I finally achieved this goal, and it's like, at what cost? Made it very personal for this feud at this boiling point. That happened, it was an all-out brawl. Both of them were just knocking each other out. They were hitting them at their best. They were cutting each other up. It got so bad that thumbtacks are involved, and I cringe at thumbtacks to see that. And then for Kingston to pour alcohol all over his back had to hurt like hell. But Moxley didn't give up. Moxley could press forward, and he was even resilient at times, and Kingston just threw him a bird. And then Moxley made him say, "I quit." And then at the ending of the match was so emotional that Moxley didn't want to do it. It felt so emotional. Kingston didn't want to go for a hug. He just wanted to be left alone. He wanted to heal up his wounds. Because he realized in his pursuit of notoriety and for fame, he lost a friend. And it's a friendship that we're going to explore in just a moment. Before continuing on, we have to do a little detour. Eddie Kingston was kind of being a manipulator towards the Lucha Bros, that he was actually pitting them against each other. There were hints that they were kind of imploding, and then when they faced each other in a series of matches, it was no secret that Eddie favored Penta over Rey Fenix. Penta defeated Rey Fenix. He kind of was hinting at him that you don't need your brother. I'm here. I'm your best friend. But by surprise, Pac came back, and he was angry at Kingston for separating the Lucha Bros, two men that he has respected, and this is Death Triangle that you're breaking up. Thinking that he could tear these two brothers apart because Pac wasn't here, but now that he's back in the equation, he is very angry towards Eddie Kingston, and thus, eventually, the Lucha Bros are back together and reforming Death Triangle. And this starts this faction war of Death Triangle and the family. And they would feud for a little bit until Pac ultimately defeats Eddie Kingston. But it won't be the last time that these two are at ends of each other. Like in present time, Pac still doesn't trust Eddie Kingston, even if Eddie Kingston comes to help. And it's very understandable. And that just makes a good character where, yes, I did this stuff and it's uneasy. It's like they don't forget little details and stories. They don't just say, oh, like we had a big feud a couple months ago, but now we're just in a random tag team with each other. And, you know, we just get along just fine. Like there's a hint of doubt. There's hints of like mistrust between the two. So it does play off very well with how AEW does that. But it seems that Eddie Kingston loves to make an enemy out of everybody. Because during all this, he was feuding with Lance Archer, who those two were always at ends at each other because Lance Archer threw him over the top rope of the Battle Royal, or he didn't, so his words. So that caused an enemy of the Murder Hawk Monster, and thus Lance Archer allied himself with Death Triangle, even though him and Pac weren't really good allies with each other. A reoccurring theme that Eddie Kingston, even though he loves to talk, he seems to suffer for the words he say. He loves to start things, but he's also bad at it too. He doesn't see the hindsight of the consequences that he causes. But he had a change of heart. After Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega's barbed wire death match, the ring was about to explode, and Kenny and the Elite just left Moxley, leaving him to die in that explosion. But something unexpected happened. Kingston was coming out there with the Butcher and Blade trying to stop him. He pushes them away, and he tries to get Moxley out of the ring, telling him to wake up. Now, we know the infamous mistake that happened with the bomb and such, but, you know, things happen. There's no reason to make fun of it. It's just, you know, shit happens. So, I'm not going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about is how Jon Moxley gained his friend back, Eddie Kingston, because he realized that, hey, you've been there with me in the end, and in a way, you respected me, even if I was acting like a colossal ass. And again, that translates very well into real life, that sometimes we can get into things with our friends, with family members. Ultimately, we have to look at ourselves like, am I the problem? So afterwards, Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley are friends again, and they actually make a really good pairing. There was actually one promo I really liked from them where they were going to attack the Elite and just beat the crap out of them in their trailer.
Oh my God. Look who's at the wheel.
Didn't they say come get him?
Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Just
You got the pipe? Got the pipe? You got the pipe? Oh boy. It's a game. You think this is a game?
Young Jackson boy.
You think we're just gonna play with you?
Jackson boy.
Come on, where you at?
Jackson boy. Take their goddamn socks with him too.
Kingston and
Jackson
Moxley
boy.
just tearing apart the Elite's trailer.
I don't think they really wanted to play a game.
Omega and the Bucks have run for it.
Yeah, the Elite's the Elite's.
Sneakers. I told you stop stealing people's sneakers. I don't think you really wanted to play games. I don't think they really wanted to play games.
They don't want none of this, dog.
I think it got a little too real for them. Where did they go? Where did they go?
Yo!
Where did they go?
Y'all cowards, B.
No,
Y'all
man.
cowards,
Hey,
man.
Bitch. Bitch AF. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
Nah, we good.
No, they're done. They're done. Let's get back in the car.
Yeah, no doubt. I need a steak or something, man. Come on, B.
JR, I think you could. Oh my
You
God!
want to wait till I'm out the way?
Your term
get up.
scalded dog
I'm
comes
trying to get
into
out the
mind
way,
here, doesn't
wait.
it?
Yeah.
Jeez, I love you.
The two have such a good dynamic with each other that I actually wanted them to see as tag team champions. For a couple of months, we see them feuding with the Elite with the likes of Omega, and then the Good Brothers, and then eventually the Bucks. And it's because of that entrance in Double or Nothing, it makes me love the pairing. That even though it's not the team that I wasn't expecting, it was definitely the team that I was rooting for during that match. Ultimately, the Bucks are the ones who defeat Moxley and Kingston, thus ending a titleship run for them. One last thing I wanted to talk about with Eddie Kingston that's non-storyline related. Eddie Kingston proved that he is such a mastermind with the mic that when you listen to his words, like you hear him, he has a presence with his words, both inside and outside the ring. Bringing up Brody Lee's tribute show, there was something from being the Elite in one of the episodes where you hear Eddie Kingston talking, and that's where I've grown to have such respect for him, that he grew to be a leader in the locker room, even though we don't know if officially he is or not. It's just how he was able to help people during the time of grief and mourning, that he was able to rally them, show them that wrestling doesn't end, it always continues. That what we do out there is for him, and what we do out there is for us.
We did that tonight. We made that man proud. So this doesn't end tonight. This does not end tonight. As long as this company's around, as long as I'm around, and I know the rest of you will be here, we're gonna do that every time. And we're gonna make him proud, and we're gonna make proud of everyone we've ever fucking lost. Because that's our art. That's what we do. Don't forget tonight. Use this. Take this energy. Yeah, it's negative now, but make it positive. And tell everyone you love them. Don't be like our fathers. It took my old man 55 fucking years to say he loves me. I love each and every one of you. Do you understand that? Because you put your bodies on the line. I love all of you. Be with each other. God damn it, Brody. That motherfucker got me talking to everybody. But listen, we're gonna get past this together. We're gonna be stronger than anything. Tonight showed it. How strong we are. We fought through tears, we fought through everything. We put on probably the greatest tribute show I've ever seen in my life. And we're gonna carry it. Let's carry it, and let's do it.
It just brings a part of wrestling that a lot of fans seem to forget. Wrestlers are people too, that they take all these botches, that they take all these hits that they do. They train hard, for our entertainment. That's with Eddie Kingston, why I respect him so much, because he treats this like an art form. With the words he say about how personal that they feel, to his wrestling style, about how he had to grow up in a bad lifestyle, and he uses that into his wrestling, into the brawler that we see him. And it gets very gruesome at times, but he's not a pretty person. Doesn't have a lot of finesse. He just works for getting the job done. But right now, as we speak, Eddie Kingston doesn't have a current storyline. He's still with Moxley. We walked him out during his match against Karl Anderson at the time of this video. And we don't know what's ahead for Eddie Kingston. I will say this, I would like to see him in more feuds, especially with the likes of Miro. I would like to see Lance Archer continue on some more. I felt like that was kind of paused for a little bit. I would like to see more of that. Brings a sense of realness to whatever program he is with, whoever he's feuding with. He makes you care about the feud. And that's why I respect him. Whatever Eddie Kingston does, watch him and listen and wait to see how mad he can get. And that's it. We're done talking about Eddie Kingston. Let's wrap up the video. Hit the notification bell to let you know when some more of my videos would come out. Also, like, subscribe, share, as that helps my channel grow. Also, follow me on other social medias as well. Until next time, thank you for talking with me.